Hello, and welcome to a Final Fantasy Collector Booster Box opening. Got one of these from the Arena Direct, and gonna crack it open and see what we get. This is probably gonna be a very long, rambly video as I have trouble opening this package because I'm wearing gloves. It's not like I'm particularly worried about opening any particularly valuable cards. It's just that my hands are very oily. Okay. Correct off. The only time I've ever opened a collector booster was part of I think it was an 8-way pack war, which I lost, so I wasn't really paying attention to what I was opening, just the converted mana costs. Let's open this up. Packaging is very shiny. So, as far as what I'm hoping to open, I have no earthly idea. I guess one of the fancy surge foils, I guess. Alright. Token. Cool. Hey! Got a lightning. I am a big Final Fantasy 13 apologist, so that's actually pretty sweet. Yeah. Search for the Frozen Esper. I'm surprised that this was the only card that they decided to do the pixel treatment for. Though I'm not sure if there's any others in the set that are. I didn't really take a look at what alternate arts are in the collector boosters. And there's cards from the Commander set in here too. That's interesting. That's good. Put cards, put them in your hand. Well, that's pretty good. Another Commander card. Yeah, that's an interesting card too. Another Commander card. Is this going to be mostly Commander cards? This is from Final Fantasy VI, which is pretty sweet. One of my favorite Final Fantasies. Ooh, Foily Bahamut. That's awesome. Foil Plains. I wonder how often the basics and tokens are in here. Fancy Summon Anima. This is one of my favorite cards in the in Limited for the set. Just a ton of value. And I guess we're getting into the more normie stuff after all that foily goodness. Prompto. I still have to finish Final Fantasy 15. I still have to finish Final Fantasy 9. Okay. Now we're just into regular foil territory. So, got a fancy lightning, which I'm happy about. I don't think this looks like a regular foil to me. I don't actually know what the surge foils look like, but I think that's normal, a normal one. Ugh. Maybe I should go from the back then. Do some dramatic reveals here. Airship Crash. Playing this set online on Arena, I was playing traditional draft for the first time in a while, and it reminded me how much I prefer best of 3 for drafting, and this card is one of the big reasons why. Just a very flexible card to sideboard into many matchups, or even keep it in the main deck because it's got cycling. Foil Aramon, one of the staple monsters of the series. Opera Love Song. That card is very, very strong. And limited, at least. Could probably see constructed play, too. Shantoto. This might be one of the cards I've lost to the most in limited. This card's ridiculous. Yacht. One time I drafted 5 of these. I forgot how many I ended up playing. I might have just ended up playing all 5 just for jokes. I mean, hey. Yacht lets you draw and discard, so you can just discard your duplicates. Ooh. That's a fancy art for Clash of the Icons. It took me a while to figure out that putting a lore counter on target saga you control triggered the saga. I played this card a few times without even realizing that. Foil wastes. I forgot that there were wastes in this set. Nice fire crystal here. Probably the worst of the crystals, at least in limited. But still cool. Ooh. It's a fancy Zodiarch. One of the most frustrating games I had in the Arena Direct that I was planning to get this box. Somebody cast this out of a 5-color town deck. I lost that match and was very, very unhappy about that. Summer's Sending. Oh, we got a spoiler for the next card, I guess. I guess that's one issue with doing the reverse side. In this tab, you may exile target creature card from a graveyard. If you do, create a 1/1, put a +1/+1 counter on it. That's pretty good. So, Vincent Valentine here. Oh, nice. The Secret Guest Lab Maniac. Unfortunately, the Final Fantasy draft is over now on Arena. I never did get to actually win off of a Lab Maniac, but that's going to be one of my big regrets. G-Door. I think this is the... I opened one of these in the pre-release, so that's 2 that I have now. And double-sided fancy token. Okay. That pack was a little less impressive than the first one. Just because, what can I say, I like lightning. So let's see what else we can pull. Maybe I'll have to start going faster through these. Because we're Fort Rare. Solid sideboard card. Thunder Magic. I really like how they did the tiered mechanic in this set. It's very flavorful and works well with the plus 4 mana plus non-creature theme that was in the format. Nice. Foil Instant Ramen. This is one of the cards that I think when historians look back on the downfall of Magic, this is going to be the culprit. They made a card out of Instant Ramen. Wild Day, that's a pretty sweet limited card. Ooh, Choco Comet. That's awesome. I am a big fan of the various colors of Chocobos. I'm choosing to believe that this is even though it says Final Fantasy 12, that this is the Final Fantasy Tactics representation for the set, considering that there wasn't any normally. Okay, another Clash of the Icons, but not as fancy as the other one we got. Gaius von Baelsar. That card's really fun and limited. Fancy Omega. Nice. That's great art on that. I really like that. Fall Mountain. Genova. This card is stupid good. I'm actually playing this in a standard deck right now with like Summon Fenrir and Demon Wall, as well as what's the word? That Rakshasa from that has Decayed. That's a 5/5. Basically, like that and Demon Wall are cheap demons to go with the Unholy Annex, and then this also works out well with both of them, because when the Rakshasa dies after playing a counter out with Genova, you draw 6 cards. Who is this person? Oh, they got Partner. Well, hopefully I open the partner in the rest of these sets. Nice. Shalinda. Person who somehow is like there alongside pretty much almost the entire journey that they take in Final Fantasy X. I don't know how they got past all the monsters. This card, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce. Never really got the chance to play this in Limited. Every time I saw it, I wasn't playing a equipment-based deck. But it seemed quite powerful. Ooh, Mizzix's Mastery. This is the first Mizzix's Mastery I've ever opened. That's a very sweet card. And the Wandering Minstrel. That could be fun to make a commander deck out of. And double-sided token. Okay. That was probably in between the first two packs in terms of excitement level. Pack number 4 now. Red Mage. The first time I ended up beating Final Fantasy 1 was with a party of 4 Red Mages. White Oresight, Slash of Light, one of the few actual representations from Final Fantasy 1. Summon Primal Garuda, cool card. Ramu, Chaos, and Garland, who will knock you all down. They did a really good job with the flavor text in this set. They didn't stray away from how silly a lot of the Final Fantasy games are with stuff like Garland there. Stolen Uniform. This is probably one of the more flavorful cards in the set that is not very good. But it's cool that they included it, even if it is like a pretty useless uncommon in draft. Torgal, a Fine Hound. Another Mountain. Ooh, Foil Yuna. Nice. This card is very, very strong. And I could see... It was seeing some decent constructed play in Standard before rotation. I assume it's going to see more post-rotation too, because it's just a stupid powerful effect. Summon Brynhildr. Cool card. Sephiroth. Okay, what version of Sephiroth is this? Okay, it makes other stuff into 7/5s, and you can return from the graveyard. Cool. Might put that in a commander deck. Seems pretty good. Zell. Sorry, no hot dogs over here. And Squall. Okay, we got the Final Fantasy VIII team. And a fancy Ultima. I have a pure colorless standard deck on Arena that I'm trying to use Ultima with, alongside Bahamut and Ugin and whatever. When it works very, very well, but it doesn't work often. Right, next pack. Main's Treachery. Love me some Final Fantasy XII. Marlboro Staple. Oh, well. Looks like I'm getting Foil Vanille. Less fancy Omega. Vanille. Garnet. Love playing Garnet in Limited. Like, the curves that you could do with Garnet into Summon Fenrir, or even just Garnet into Chocomog, were really, really stupid. Oh, nice. Got the Barrett Secret Rendezvous. I've never actually seen this in-game myself. Forest. Hope. You know, as much as I don't like Hope in the game that he's from, this is one of my favorite cards in the set. I drafted an irresponsible amount of time and Limited because people just didn't like drafting this card. It kept going late, which it's still a 2/2 lifelinker for 2, which isn't bad. And then if you can pair it up with either of the crystals in that color, it gets really stupid really fast. Earth Crystal. Nice there. Oh, Fancy Lock. Just to mug people. Cool. Might put that in a commander deck. Sarah. Another card that would go quite late in a draft that I love drafting. Fancy Farseek. Cool. And Belthier and Fran. Odd. I mean, it's flavorful in the sense that it, buffs vehicles, but there weren't really that many vehicles in the set. And, a couple of them are color locked on not their colors, so flavorful card, but not the best for building a deck around. At least in the limited set. Alright. Rook Turret, one of my least drafted. Well, okay. Commune with Beavers might be. I don't think I ever played this card. Just seems too limited. Magic Damper. Nice little blowouts. Ignis. Hey, got Ignis and Cooking Campsite right next to each other. That's pretty funny. But yeah, side quest Catch a Fish. This card won me a lot of matches. If it's able to flip, it's ramp plus card advantage, plus potential +1/+1 counter on the team. Very good. Black Waltz number 3. Oh, that's a sick Chocomog. That's awesome. It's a shame that some of these really awesome art cards aren't really playable outside of the limited format. Hey, more Mogs. Also, they had to add the creature type Moogle, so that's canon now to Magic the Gathering. Gilgamesh, bit eh. Okay, I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce that. Pretty good, but I mean, it's a rare from the Commander sets, so they're pretty much all good. Oh, Yuna. Another Yuna. Very +1/+1 counter theme. That could be fun. Vial Smasher. Oh, the one time I got to draft this was really stupid. And an Aerith. Nice. Alright. Halfway done here. So far, could be better. The only card I'm, super excited about is the Lightning, probably. Let's keep going. It'll Gigas. Giant Pulse Ochu. Traino. Go faster through that. Though I will stop on Overkill because target creature gets -0 -9999 is hilarious. His return. Fancy Hunt the Mark. Yasmat is one of the 2 or 3 things I haven't done in Final Fantasy XII. Final Fantasy XII being my favorite of the mainline games, but I haven't had it in me to try hour plus long boss fight yet. Well, that's a cool effort. Island. Kane. Very flavorful card. Just keeps betraying people he's loyal to. Oh, we got Interceptor. Cool. Aerith. Hey, we got Sephiroth. Nice. This card is very good. I could see it being a constructed staple. Idea, aka Teferi. Nice. And a very shiny Buster Sword. This is one of the cards that in limited is just like too powerful in my opinion. It's not apparent yet. I really like the limited format for this set, but there were a couple cards that were a bit either too powerful or too annoying. Number 1 might be Buster Sword. Number 2 has to be Arden. Twirl. Ah, the suplex. I love that they include the suplex and Phantom Train, and so that you could suplex the Phantom Train out of existence. So awesome. Rexar. Tonberry. One of the most flavorful cards in the set. And very powerful too. Ultros. This guy. Obnoxious Octopus is the perfect byline to put on that guy. Shiva. Ooh, that's a fancy card there. Island, and I think what I've learned now is that the basic land is the separation from the uncommons and the rares. Saz. Toya. Hey, look who it is. It's Kefka. Champions from Beyond. Oh, geez. That's pretty good. I have to put that in a deck. Yeah, Kefka. One of my favorite villains in any game. Oh, okay. So we got Dark Ritual here, but I think this right here is a Surge foil based on how shiny it is. For Cecil here, and you can see that crazy effect that has on the camera there. Okay. Not my preferred character to get there. I'm not the biggest fan of Final Fantasy IV. I just think it's a bit too linear, I suppose, would be the word. There's not enough customization that you can do in your party. Like, it's a static party, and they don't really have a different way that they can be built other than their equipment, which, I mean, that's not as much as I would like. Moogle. Chocobo. Flan. Magitech Armor. Thief's Knife. Cloud of Darkness. Less Fancy Torgal. Oh, is that another Surge foil of Prompto? Okay. Summoner's Grimoire. Reaper's Scythe. Okay. Interesting little card there. Final Fantasy XIV was with these names. Again, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. Cool card nonetheless. Okay, the non-foil version of the Ultimate I had. Already had a fancy little vein here. It's weird that they chose this art for it because, you know, Vein's over here. This is not Vein, that's Larsa. And, like, if they're trying to show, like, he's, you know, manipulating things, like, Larsa's one of the few people in that game that he didn't manipulate. Super hard, so. And summon the Leviathan. Okay. Pack 10. Yeah, this is... I'm gonna have to speed things up. White Mage's Staff is a great limited card. Demon Wall, another addition to cards that's type line is the same as its name. Self-destruct. I will say another Garland, but this time not foil. Ooh, that's a fancy art. for Ambrosia Whiteheart. Lanes. Oh, Phoenix Joshua. This card has given me the business many, many times in Limited. Summoning Materia. Love me a good look at the top card of your library card. Cloud. And Venat. Ooh, that's a sweet counterspell. Definitely gonna be using that. And Go-Go. Nice. And Go-Go next to a copy token. That's appropriate. Getting down to it here. Come on. Okay, this one is being a bit stubborn. Okay. Good. Didn't have to bust out the hobby tools for that one. All right. Dragoon's Wyvern, Warrior's Sword. It's interesting, like these commons and stuff. I don't think I've gotten a duplicate commons that are just like, hey, here's a bunch of foils to pad the packs. Just Magister with Branth. Another foil Prompto, but not as foily as the other foily Prompto. Plains. Hey, look, that's a Final Fantasy 15 trio right there. The Regalia as well. Hello. That's sweet art right there. Kind of wish that one was foiled, actually. Kane. Helitrooper. Yeah, bit Regular search for the Frozen Esper and... Oh, hello. I'm gonna have to look up the odds for these Surge foils, because I've gotten 3 so far. And 2 of them in the big slot. I have yet to actually play Final Fantasy 16, though I really should. If only to free up hard drive space. This one is also being annoying. Come on, there we go. Okay, this is the last pack, so if we're gonna get anything really exciting, it's gonna have to be this one. As I bump the camera. Okay, the cat. Gissel Greens, which I always used to pronounce Gishel Greens for some reason. Vector, Elbet Salvagers. More Torgals. Relentless XATM092. Oh, nice! I got fancy... Okay, hold on, I need to find the other one, see how ridiculous this looks. Because this one is the, full art version, whereas the other one was just a regular version. That was many packs ago, apparently. There we go. There's Neil. Yeah, okay. That doesn't quite line up perfectly. But it's good enough. It's good enough for Meld. Alright, let's get to the rest of these. Hey, Foily Sephiroth. Cool. Lindblom. Nice little value card. That's some fun art for Excalibur 2. Foil Yuna's Whistle. And, oh, we got spoiled here. Regular Squall. And, Surge Foily Xenos Ye Galvus. and a bird hero. Okay, so that's the collector's box. Given that I didn't look up any prices or anything beforehand, I'm a little disappointed. But of the Surge foils I got, they're all from games that I either have not played or, in the case of Final Fantasy 15, did not like, and Final Fantasy 4, I suppose. But hey, them's the breaks. That's what happens when you open up a $2,000 Canadian lottery ticket. Sometimes you miss. Anyways, thanks for watching, and goodbye. Hope your opening goes smoothly.